See, now that YouTube is, of course, saying live in 19 minutes, which is not true. Do. Okay, let's see. All right. Now it says waiting for me, and I'm here. Still here. It says 5 by 5. Okay. I still can't see my screen. Here comes my screen. Okay. All right. So if anybody's seeing live in 19 minutes, hit refresh. My advice to everybody, hit refresh. YouTube is, as usual, being YouTube. Okay. Welcome back. Seems like it's been a long time since I've been with you guys, because it has been. It's been 2 weeks. And no, I wasn't in YouTube jail. I was on vacation, for those of you guys that didn't realize that, which apparently there were a lot of people. Came back and had a couple hundred emails going, "Where are you? Where are you?" I don't know, the community board, the live stream, that was enough. But so here I am. I am here. Glad to be back. Kind of refreshed, if you will. Maybe. We'll see. Snarky as ever. No problem. As if you already haven't seen the videos for the last couple of days. You know, I didn't miss a beat when I came back. But so hope everybody had a good Saturday here. We got a hell of a rainstorm here in eastern Tennessee that nobody expected, because God knows you can't trust the Weather Channel. But fortunately, me and the gang were up at 6 this morning, got the video out in the garden, picked 50 ears of corn, a bunch of peppers, and wound up making 5 gallons of chili today. Canned all that, and canned up another 14 quarts of potatoes today. So yeah, it was like all of a sudden it's 7 o'clock and tonight and we're done. So yeah, today was a processing food day. As you guys probably know, it's y'all are dealing with it too. It's harvest time. And of course, we have to give the, I don't know what the hell you call it, thumbs down to me again. This is the best carrot I got this year so far. Okay, all of what, 3.5 inches long. So one of these days I will be able to grow carrots. These are supposed to be 12 inches long. I don't know, you know. There's a whole lot of women out there that believe this is 12 inches, but it's just because that's what the guys tell them. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So I'm being a smartass. Happy Saturday, guys. Been just a lot of work today. You know, trying to get back from vacation, take a week off, come back and go, holy crap, I got to take care of all of this stuff yet, and dealing with everything. So fortunately, the house was well taken care of, the dogs were well taken care of, things were well taken care of, and now I just go back into, all right, keep up with me if you can. So that was it. So doing good. Yeah, not a whole lot going on news-wise today, other than what I'll talk about in the morning, but nothing crazy as of yet. You know, just the fact that another $300 billion going to Taiwan, or, you know, because the Chinese are ramping things up in Taiwan. But, you know, hey, Joe's got a printing press, so we'll deal with that. All right, so y'all know what tonight is, the welcome back party, if you will. We are giving away another e-bike, and we are also giving away a EcoFlow solar generator package to 2 lucky winners. Now, remind everybody how this goes, for those of you that are new, and for those of you that may have had a brain fart in the last 2 weeks. I had a brain fart in the last 2 weeks, no question, because as I always say, you must be in the lower 48 and enter the name of the state that you live in. I didn't say that part. Okay. So yes, you still must live in the lower 48 to be a winner of one of these 2 prizes, but no, it does not have to be in your comment. Just saying that. The 2 criteria to be in there, those have to be in the comment, so we will be fine there. Now, I'm going to remind everybody here real quick, and the moderators know this all too well. When we go to the drawing, if you make a comment after I say do not make a comment, you will be put in a 300-second timeout. No questions. Okay? That means that's 5 minutes, guys. If I say no more comments and you make a comment and the moderators put you in a 300-second timeout and I call your name, you can't reply in 3 minutes. So do yourself a favor and do not comment once I flip the screen over to pick a winner. Okay? Just telling you, I say this every time, and every time the moderators wind up not booting, but delaying half a dozen people. I'm telling you this, do not make a comment once I flip the screen. It's in your best interest. You do not want to be a winner and can't comment. Because once I draw the name, whoever's name I draw has 3 minutes to say, I'm here. Okay? If I don't see I'm here in 3 minutes, you don't win. That's how it goes, guys. Those are the rules. Those have been the rules for 3 years. All right? So, please, do yourself a favor, do the moderators and me a favor so it makes it easier to find the person who's here and go from there. So, let's flip this thing over and let's see what we got here. So, blow this up just a hair. Here we go. All right. Now I'm going to tell you guys right now, do not make any comments unless your name is drawn from this point forward. Okay? Got it? That should cover the 15-second delay. All right. So there is the link to this morning's video, or yesterday morning's video. And we are going to go see what we got. We do not include replies. As I've said to everybody always, it's primary comments only. We do not allow duplicates. Everybody gets 1 entry. So let's see how many entries we have, and we will let this tick on along. Moderators, at this point, if anybody's making a comment, you can put them in a 300-second timeout. Okay? So. And we have, ticking along, 25, 26, 27, 28, 2,834 entries. Okay. And here we go. The first drawing here is for the winner of the e-bike. Okay? Just giving you this. Escape Artist, congratulations. You just gave yourself a 0 chance of winning. Okay, picking that winner. Judy Lehman, Pinball, so glad you're back. My whole week was messed up. Still here in Illinois. Not interested in golf, but I do like Arnold Palmer's iced tea and lemonade, so I guess he's my favorite franchise Wendy's. That is a valid entry. So Judy Lehman, you have 3 minutes to say you are here. It is 9:09. So Judy Lehman, you have until 9:12. Anybody else commenting is eliminating themselves from a chance to win. Judy Lehman, you have until 9:12. I will look around the camera here to see if Judy Lehman is here. Do. It amazes me. Guys, you're preppers. Follow directions. Judy Lehman, are you here? We're going to look in participants and see if I can see Judy Lehman's name. Yeah, she's here, but she just hasn't said she's here yet. Okay, Judy Lehman, I see message deleted by Mammy K by accident. Praise the Lord, I'm here. I see it, so that got missed. Judy, congratulations. You are the winner of that one. Fortunately, I caught it, and the moderators missed it. But yes, Judy, congratulations. You are the winner of a brand new e-bike. So what I need you to do this evening, tomorrow morning, is email me your name and your physical address. I am sending this to you directly from me. So I send via UPS. I will get it out sometime next week. So Judy, email me, pinballpreparedness at mail2world.com, your name, your physical mailing address, and I will get this out to you. Congratulations. All right, so let's flip the camera over and we will go for the second prize. Close that out. All right, again, don't make a comment. This is for the EcoFlow Delta 2 package from Wellbots. So you're looking at another $1,600 package here. And again, whoever's name I draw, this one you have to have both your favorite golfer and your favorite fast food franchise. Okay. Marie Folsom, congratulations. You just removed yourself from consideration for a winner for not following directions. Okay. And here we go. This will be the winner picked here is Paradoxal Propinquity. Greetings from West Virginia. Jack Nicholas and Panera. Love Arby's Jamocha Shakes too. Many thanks to Elliot and Pinball for the great information and ideas as well as the giveaways. Paradoxal Propinquity. That is a valid entry. It is 9/12. You have until 9:15 to state your presence. So let me flip this over. And Paradoxal Propinquity, we are looking for you. And let's see if this person is here. Now, I do not see that name in the participants. However, we will wait till 9:15 to see if they are here. If they are not, we will draw another name. So we will tick on along and wait to see what we get. There we go, and we are here. Paradoxal Propinquity here. Congratulations. Okay, I was wondering because I didn't see you. All right, and so same thing as this. Please, in your case, please email me your name, your physical mailing address, and your phone number. Wellbots will ship this to you via FedEx, and they usually ship out on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So I will send everything over to Elliot when I get it from you. He will get it Monday morning and get everything out through shipping Tuesday or Wednesday, and you will do it. So congratulations to both of you. You have now won a couple of nice prizes. And on that note, I'm going to move the computer here in front of me. Move some of this back away from me so I can see what I'm doing. And we will get into normal night. There we go. Got to adjust the camera and do all that. All right, we will get into normal night programs. Okay, so for those of you that are new or been around here for a while, I'll tell you kind of what this is. We do Q&A. This is your chance to ask me questions, or as I've said many times, ask each other questions in the chat about anything you want, whether it's politics, economics, gardening, finance, whatever it's going to be, okay? Any sort of topic. We can talk about movies, music, whatever. I mean, if you want to talk about Taylor Swift's concert, go ahead, okay? Not that I'm going to be any help, but you can ask any questions. I don't have all the answers, guys. Never professed to, never said I did, right? I got some. Just because I don't have all the answers doesn't mean somebody in the chat doesn't. So pay attention to chat because they may be able to answer your questions where I can't. What I do ask of you, if you have a question for me, please put it in all caps because I scroll through the chat looking for questions that are in all caps. If they're in lowercase, I just kind of move on past, figure that's you guys chatting amongst yourselves. What I do absolutely require is that you treat each other in here with respect. Okay. I have no problem with disagreement. I have a huge problem with disrespect. Okay. Not only for myself, but for each other. If you're going to start out your comment, you're an effing idiot. You will never make another comment on this channel again. Okay. Just telling you. So I don't mind I don't mind disagreement. I just have no tolerance for disrespect. So, all right, let us get into Q&A. I will get to the top. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can, guys, but as I say all the time, I can't get to them all. I try as best I can. Sandra Del Signore, Pinball, what was that recipe for eggshells and vinegar? That is to make calcium acetate to prevent blossom end rot for your tomatoes, your peppers, your eggplants, whatever it would be. Go back to the video and take a look. If you want to see what the actual recipe is, you're going to need to go back to the video to see all the instructions on how to make it, what to do. Okay. Bunch of congratulations. That's what I love about you guys. You all are very gracious winners and gracious, I don't want to say losers, but you know, you're happy when somebody else wins too. Let's see. Aquadrop 61. Pinball, how was my garden when I got back? Well, fortunately, it was picked while I was gone. That was helpful. And I had a basket full of veggies sitting in the fridge when I got home. Still had to pick with the heat that apparently Tennessee got while I was gone. As like I've said to everybody, things are going to make it, things are going to fail each year. My cucumbers look like crap. Okay, they've just pretty much got wiped out from the heat. Everything else is done okay, but my cukes got wiped out. Now we got a boatload of rain today. Maybe they'll bounce back a little bit, but I don't know. And I mean, that's what it is. Some years you get great crops, some years you get nothing. I mean, last year I got nothing for zucchini and squash. This year I got a bumper crop of it. Okay, you don't know. That's why you plant everything and you hope for the best. It's kind of like prepping. Okay. Do I have lots of weeds? Yes. Okay. There's nothing I can do about that. So even with my weed barrier and things like that, I still have lots of weeds. Lorelei, hey, Mr. P, how much smarter would it be to hold postal money orders as opposed to cash? I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. Okay. First off, now you're talking about you need not only the cash, the money to be good, but you need the post office to be solvent. And, you know, simple as this, how many times have we heard the post office keeps losing money, whatever it would be. I mean, you're also taking a postal money order that you're going to convert to cash. Why bother? Just keep the cash, okay? Preferably keep something in tangible assets. I mean, you know me, gold and silver. Some of y'all are going to say Bitcoin. That's your choice, not mine. Okay. But, you know, you guys know my comment. 6 months worth of cash, greenbacks, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s, okay, in the house worth of 26 months worth of bills. And then anything else after that you got, you know, get 20% of that in gold and silver. Okay, so. Booney June, how bad do I think the heat will affect produce and other crops? Well, I told you guys, maybe about a month ago, to expect high flour prices, high bread prices, and what came out in the news yesterday? The wheat crop looks like absolute crap, and to expect high bread prices and high flour prices. And I'm like, isn't that funny? Because I said that a month ago to people, you know, and, you know, now all of a sudden that the USDA is saying, gee, the wheat crop's going to be crap this year. Okay. It's going to affect produce and other crops, especially the wheat crop and the corn crop, drastically. So again, you know, just take a look at what you're paying for stuff in the grocery stores, guys. You know, I remember the loaf of bread, you know, the in-store baked loaf of bread that was at Walmart, you know, that was $1 a piece. It's $1.39 and has been for a while. Oh, it's only 39 cents. Oh, it's only 39% too. Okay. You know, like I said in this morning's video, 30% inflation. That's a little bit more realistic, not 3. Okay. Yes, Joe, I can spin numbers too, but I'm going to tell you what's actually going on. John Franks, what's with Governor Bill Lee going anti-gun? I talked about that yesterday, and apparently there's about a half a dozen states that their Republican governors are all of a sudden kind of kowtowing to the Biden administration and their red flag laws and anti-2A stuff because the Biden administration is doing what the Biden administration does. We'll promise you a whole bunch of money if you do this. Okay. And there's never been a politician in the history of the world that can't be bought. Okay. And before anybody says Donald Trump, I'm going to tell you right now, Donald Trump's not a politician. Okay. And of course, Bill Lee, the rhino that he is, goes, "Oh, you're going to give me a check? Great." And everybody looks around and goes, "Joe, where are you going to come up with the money?" He goes, "Hell, I'll just call Janet and we'll just print more." I mean, that's the deal. They're trying to buy their way in. And the problem that we have in Tennessee is the same as the problem you have in Florida and the same as the problem you have in Texas. Oh, look at this. It's a great state. No income tax and, cost of living is low. Well, let's move there from California or New York or Illinois, and we'll take our liberal values with us that destroyed our previous state, and we'll see if we can destroy theirs too. Okay, that's exactly what's going on. And we get rhinos like Bill Lee, who I did not vote for, trying to sell our soul. The chances of this going anywhere in Tennessee, I think, are slim to none. For the simple reason is, you'll have all the idiots from Memphis and the idiots from Nashville, Democrats say, okay, and the rest of the state pretty much will go, that ain't happening. So, Jimmy Co. 1, can you can potatoes with the skins on, or must they be on them, or must they be peeled? They must be peeled, okay? Do not try to can the potatoes with the skins on. Silicon Valley, California, what chews through the base of sweet potato stems? I don't know. I've never had that issue, so I'm guessing rabbits or something. Remember, sweet potatoes are actually a flower. They're part of the morning glory family. So my guess is you're probably looking at rabbits or voles or moles or something. I don't know. I don't have the problem, though my sweet potatoes this year suck. So, but I've never had anything chew through the stems. Jack Bauer, pinball, with Joe giving away all our ammo, or do you fear a shortage soon? Funny, we were just talking about that before the live stream started, the cost to buy 9mm and how, I don't want to say how much more expensive it is than reality prices from a few years ago, but still it's below what we were paying with COVID prices. Yes, I do fear a shortage coming on ammo because all the ammo manufacturers are going to manufacture the stuff for the military because they're giving away everything. And also because, well, hey, Joe's promising ammo to every other, Taiwan or Ukraine or whatever it is. And, what's left for us, who knows? And if you guys remember going back years back when we had the big 22 LR shortage, what happened? Well, the manufacturers were making the ammo that was more used by the military, the police, et cetera, and they weren't using the ammo that was primarily used by the public, and so that's why we had a shortage. So yes, same reason I'm fearing a shortage again. Judy Lehman, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Will go to help pay the postage on that bike. So, uh, mainly Maximus. Do I ferment a lot of my garden? We ferment hardly any of it. Primarily, the fermenting that Mrs. P does is on our garlic, though she was working on fermenting some cherry tomatoes today, but not much at all. Tammy Southern Homestead. Now that I can talk, welcome back. Missed you, but I hope vacation was awesome. It was good. It was too long. I will say this: if you go on a cruise, guys, 5 days is enough. Uh, Personal opinion. It's just after that, it was like, okay, the food on the buffet just gets a little tiresome, and the beds are not exactly what you'd call the most comfortable. Uh, I was ready to be home about 5 days in. So, and then it was like, oh my God, I've still got 3 more days until I can get home. And y'all know my story about the flights. So, would I do it again? Yes. Would it be a little shorter? Yes. Would I fly again? No. So, thank God I don't have to go back to Seattle because I never want to see that shithole again in my life. Let's see. Justin Mitchell, Pinball, do you believe we are going to have the rice shortage that they're talking about? Okay. So what's going on with that is I guess India has banned, it's India, right? I think it's India, has banned the sale of, I think it was balsamic rice or something of the sort like that, that they're keeping everything for themselves. And so there's a run on that particular kind of rice in stores in the United States. Now, the deal is most of the rice that we eat in the United States, believe it or not, is grown in Arkansas. Okay. So are we going to see a run on white rice? Probably not. Brown rice? Probably not. Okay. The specialty rices, maybe a little bit. Uh, but of course, the media and the stores will spin this to, oh my God, it's a rice shortage. And the stores will go, hey, here's a chance to raise the prices on everything. So, will we see a shortage? No. Will we see a price increase? Probably. Michelle Sheeran, my sweet potatoes are lovely green vines. How do I know when they're ready to dig up? When you're somewhere around 120 to 125 days from the time you put the slips into the ground. Sweet potatoes are one of those things you pick by the calendar. Okay, so go back to the day that you planted them. Figure 4 months later, that's when you pick them. Florida Mama Bear, what was my favorite part of the trip? Uh, I had a couple. My absolute favorite part of the trip was when we were at the Salmon Bake in Juneau and the bear crashed the party. That was kind of fun, you know. And everybody's going, oh my God, there's a bear. And I'm turning around going, okay, let me get closer so I can get a picture. Okay. I'm like, all right, you know, I wrestled a grizzly bear 20 years ago. Yes, I actually did that in a bar. Uh, but no, 20 years ago, no, 30 years ago. Uh, there's a good story behind that one, but down in Texas. But yeah, that was my favorite part of the trip, just to see, just for that to happen. Spending time away from the real world was good. Okay, I did not turn on the news. I did not open my email. I did not open a computer. Anything. The only thing that I basically did on my phone, if you will, was back and forth with keeping tabs on what was going on back home. That was it. Okay. I did not turn on the news at all. I didn't care. And that was the whole point. It's a vacation, it's to get away from stuff. But seeing the bears was my favorite part. So, and spending time with Mrs. P and my daughter. Susan Lathrop, glad you're back. Hope you had a great vacation with PBJ, even with all the holdups. Yes, we did. Okay. And I mean, even when you get family together and dad and daughter, especially when daughter's a millennial, we still had a good time. We didn't talk politics. Okay. Laura Story, how deep? Whoops. Okay, let's hope I can find that one again. Laura, please put that question up again. I can't uh, answer it again because I can't read it. So, and Judy, did you just send me another super chat? Thank you. Uh, Forest Ghost Preparedness. What is my opinion on buying raw land compared to having a house built on it? Okay, yes. Okay, and I'm going to give you this because it's actually a situation I'm talking with a friend with right now about buying raw land versus buying something that's got a house on it. Even if you buy a piece of property that's got a shack on it, okay, something that you're going to tear down, bulldoze, and that's it. In my opinion, that's probably a better idea. Why? Okay. First off, the better land is probably already been built on. First off, okay. People don't go, hey, here's this great piece of property. I'm going to leave that as raw land and I'm going to go build next door on property that's junk. Okay. Just saying, first off. Second off, if there's a house already built there, chances are there's already a septic system in and there's already a well dug. If you've ever priced getting a well dug and getting a septic put in, okay, at least around here, you can figure that's 40 grand. Okay. So now add that to the price of the property and go, okay, even if it's got a shack on it and I bulldoze the shack because I want to put something up different, great. Or I want to stay in the shack while I put up something, while I do build what I actually want, go for it. But the fact that chances are the better properties have already been developed, and the fact that a well and a septic is probably already in, my personal opinion, I'd look at the property that's already somewhat developed. Stephanie Jarrell, our cucumbers have been fantastic, but the cantaloupes are suffering. Any ideas? Cantaloupes need a boatload of water, just like cucumbers do. So that if the cantaloupes are suffering, my guess is the heat is getting to them and the soil is dry. You need to keep cantaloupe quite wet. Crow says use vinegar on garden weeds. Yes, absolutely. The only problem is use too much vinegar, you can wind up acidifying your soil, which is a problem. So uh, if you've got a few weeds, go for it. If you've got crabgrass, Johnson grass, and stuff like that, like I always get in mine, okay, you're going to have to dig that out, pull it out. RLH, hey Pinball, do I think Potato Joe will make it to 2024? Honestly, I hope he does. Because if Joe drops out, first off, Kamala wants to step in. And I mean, we all know, she is the diversity hire for vice president. I've said many times to you, a president always picks somebody as a VP dumber than they are. Okay. That's tough for Joe, but he managed. Okay. But the second option is Gavin Newsom. Do we really want Gavin Newsom as a potential president? I don't know about you, but I sure as hell don't. Okay. I want to pick this up here somewhere. I'm sorry. Here it was. Grateful Preps, New Jersey. Thank you for the towards posted super chat. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Sci-fi 20XX. Is Tennessee going to have special legislative session on 2A control? Yes, that's what Bill Lee's called, a special session. We'll see what happens. He's talking about, we're going to try to get everybody together. He's got like 20 representatives together. It's great. That means there's 79 that he doesn't. So it's great politics for him to look good with Joe Biden, his hero. But as for getting anything done in Tennessee, I doubt, very doubtful. Suntan Beach, is it too hot out to plant fall carrot seeds in zone 5? This week? Yeah. I'd probably wait on planting your carrots for at least a couple of weeks. Okay. You don't need to get them in. Carrots usually have somewhere between a 70 and 90 day uh, plant to harvest time. And, even if you waited till mid August, you're fine. Home of the Brave, which would I pick for SHTF? 3 well trained German Shepherds or 1 healthy young horse? I'd absolutely pick the 3 well trained German Shepherds, no question. Okay. Because security is going to be a hell of a lot more important to you. I don't care if you're staying where you are or if you're moving, than packing something and going somewhere, okay, with a healthy young horse. Security is going to be your number one concern in an SHTF situation, and I don't think a horse is going to provide you a whole hell of a lot of security. Kevin Gaston, pinball. Doug from Doug and Stacy video today on Supercell wiping out crops. Okay, that's great. Don't have anything to say to it. Lunch money, Philip. What's going on with lowering the pH of vinegar? I have not heard anything about that, so I can't even begin to answer. I mean, what are they trying to make vinegar less acidic? That kind of defeats the purpose of vinegar. So, Willow's Cabin. What's my opinion on the alien agenda? Please and thank you. Okay, and I'm not going to get into this too deeply here, but I'm not naive enough to think that we are the only intelligent life form in the entire universe, or whatever, in everything. Okay. I also don't believe in the flat Earth. It's round, just in case you didn't know. But what's my opinion of it? Are they out there? Is ET out there? Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I'm not that naive. Okay. The only funny thing I find about the whole alien agenda that we're hearing in the news and everything, isn't it amazing that the only people that know anything about the aliens happen to be government officials? That the aliens never land on Main Street. They only land on Area 51 or something like that. Only where the government's going to know where they are. Okay. I don't trust the government as far as I could throw them. Okay. I don't trust them as far as I could spit. But, yeah. Are they out there? Yes. Have we had any encounters with them? I don't know. Do we have an alien problem? Yeah, they're all coming over the southern border. Those are the aliens I'm concerned about. Von Mousetrap, Pinball, your thoughts on the economy when the student loans come due soon? I think it's going to be a huge disruption, increased bankruptcies, etc. Yeah, because all of a sudden people are going to freak out and you're going to hear all this. We can't pay our bills. Oh my God, Joe, you have to do something again. Now mind you, you mentioned increased bankruptcies. You can't bankrupt your way out of student loans. Sorry, kids, you signed up for it. You got to pay them. Okay, you can bankrupt your car, your house, everything like that. Those student loans, you signed that check, you bought the beer, you went on spring break. You're paying that loan back, okay? I'm not paying it for you. You have to pay it. I'm sorry that your gender studies degree didn't get you a job better than working at Starbucks as a barista. That sucks to be you. Guess what? Bad decisions you made in life are not my responsibility to fix. You got to deal with it. So, sucks to be you. Sorry. Will it cause problems for everybody else? Yeah, and I talked a little bit about that this morning because, gee, your gender studies degree and your barista job is not going to buy you a house either. So guess what? Get used to living in mommy and daddy's basement. Hopefully, mommy and daddy will let you live there. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice big back seat in your car. And guess what? I have no sympathy for you. Sorry. Uh, Virginia 2 Chies. Joe checked out long ago. Yeah, about 1972. I don't know. Gee, I run for president 3 times, plagiarized a few speeches. It's like, oh, okay. But when the fix is in, Joe can get elected. JC, hello, Pinball. What do I think about MREs and freeze dry? I live in a room in New York City. Okay. I'm I'm not a fan of either on the large scale. Should you have a couple of MREs? Should you have a little bit of freeze dried food? Yeah, because it's good for your bug out bag. That's it. Okay. Do not. Okay, an MRE will cost you about $12 each one. Freeze dried food costs, if you've ever done the math on this, will cost you somewhere around 40 to $50 a day to eat a 2,000 calorie diet. All right. Then it's like, oh, look at this. We have all this, 37 servings or whatever, 37 servings at 600 calories a piece or whatever it is. When you go, okay, I need to eat a 2,000 calorie diet. And you go, yeah, all right, it's going to cost me $40 a day. Okay. Yes. Do you want to have a couple of them for your bug out bag for when you're traveling? Yes. For your food storage? Absolutely no. A truck Campbell, what's the deal with the incandescent light bulb ban? Didn't they do that like 20 years ago? Everybody had to buy LED bulbs or whatever the curly Q ones were. Yeah. If anything's new to it, I don't know. David Dickerson, what's my favorite sci-fi movie? I'm not a sci-fi fan at all. I don't have a favorite sci-fi movie. C. Roberts, Pinball, what do I think about the fires in California? Well, gee, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. When you refuse to clean up the forest because, oh my God, we're gonna offend the squirrel or the termite or whatever there, and so you don't allow the forestry service to clean up the dead brush. Guess what you get? You get forest fires because you've got fuel there. Okay. So, sorry, California, just don't ask me for money to help pay for it because it's your stupid decisions that cause these stupid problems. Hence the reason why God help us if Gavin Newsom winds up running for president. William Tate, welcome back. What was my favorite meal on the trip? Again, same place, the salmon bake that we went to in Juneau. We had the reddest salmon I have ever made, and they made this delicious honey brown sugar glaze that went with it. It was wow. So yes, it was delicious. But gotta go to Alaska and eat salmon. I tried to find an elk burger. I couldn't. Okay, but the salmon was exquisite. And I ate a lot of salmon while we were there. Go figure. Annie Oakley, Bill Lee on his last term tells you all you need to know. Thank God. Good. 2020 Survivor. Pinball, do I use stripper clips to load my 223 556 mags, and what are my thoughts? They're fine. No, I don't. I mean, I've got, probably 60 mags that are full. I just load them by hand, not a big deal. I have speed loaders for pistols and things like that, but for my AR, no, I do not. But yes, are they good? Absolutely. Megan Argo, how are the fish doing? I went out and fed them yesterday and looked, and they are probably about 3 inches long at this point. So they are growing nicely. So they were probably very happy with all the rain today and more water and some oxygenation that the pond got. But yes. Uh, Kentucky Believer, have I been following Yellow Trucking, possible bankruptcy? Yes, I saw something on that today that they got something like a $700 million loan during COVID, and now that looks like they're going to file bankruptcy and put 30,000 employees out of work. Thanks, Joe. Bidenomics, there you go, working well. Let's kill the trucking industry because, that's not important to, the American people. Uh, Deborah of Southeastern North Carolina, have I tested any Patriots solar generators? If that's a brand, no, I have not. They've not contacted me or anything like that and asked about me doing it. So, but I've never even heard of a Patriot solar generator. Scott Beto, what is the best e-bike to look for as far as load capacity? You got to pay attention to that because a lot of the bikes out there will take 275 pounds or something. I mentioned that when I was talking about the Hovsco, the first one that I did. And that one had a load capacity of, I think it was 400 or 450 pounds. The EUI bike was around 400 pounds. You got to think about what you are planning on using it for, okay? Mind you, the e-bikes that people buy, okay, first off, they're not as big as me, all right? But, your average 175, 200 pound person, goes, oh, okay, it's got a load capacity of 275 pounds. Great, I fit on it. And all I'm going to do is ride it back and forth to work or ride it back and forth to my boyfriend's house or something like that. And it's great, okay? You and I are thinking of this probably as a means of transportation as a prepper, which means we are going to be hauling gear on it. So you certainly want to look for something that can, A, have the capacity to carry your weight, but B, have the capacity to carry some gear. Whether it's as simple as your bug out bag. And how much does your bug out bag weigh? Okay, now add that to your weight. Oh, gee, now you want to add, maybe you have a weapon or two with you, or maybe you have a small generator and solar panel to continue to charge that bike when you're stopping because you should be traveling at night and sleeping during the day. Uh, so, think about that. And all of a sudden you go, you know what? 400 pounds comes real quick. 275, you're going, okay, I'm dropping the bike and walking. As for what's the best e-bike to look for, I have not tested all of them. I have not looked at all of them. I mean, there's inexpensive ones, there's quality ones, there's ones that are way overpriced. You got to see which one's got the features that you want, you need. Cody Cassidy, Pinball, if Tennessee goes too woke, come over here to Missouri. Tennessee won't go woke, okay? Maybe Trashville and Memphis will, but the rest of the state ain't happening. Mama Bear, any tips to keep corn from blowing away? Okay, I'm not sure. Are you talking about your corn stalks? You could loosely tie your patch together. I'm betting it's not much bigger than mine. If you're talking about corn and a deer feeder or something like that, no, I got no help. Kathleen Maddox, Pinball, did I hear anything about gun shops being forced to close across the country? No, but I know that Biden and the ATF are making it very difficult for gun shops going in and trying to nickel and dime them on their paperwork and things like that. So, yeah, you got to remember, guys, the Second Amendment is the only thing that is keeping us from absolute tyranny, and the liberal left is hell bent on somehow, some way managing to take everybody's guns away, to prohibit us from buying ammunition, to keep us from buying more weaponry, because it's the only thing that is stopping them from taking absolute power, and they know it. JL, thanks for the recommendation on the Kasori dehydrator. My son bought me one and I love it. Yeah, I love ours too. It is absolutely an excellent piece of equipment. Prep Rebel, thank you very much for the super chat. That will come greatly in handy for shipping that e-bike. I don't even want to know where it's going yet. I figure I'll probably find out here pretty soon. Let's see. Jan Elkin, Pinball, does watching you on TV affect your algorithms? Love from South Australia. I honestly, I have no idea how the algorithms work. I don't even try to figure it out. I just do my thing, and whatever YouTube does to, bend me over, I just kind of deal with it. So, AM2 Brock, first canning stewing tomatoes. How many quart jars would you get from a bushel of tomatoes? Let's see. I got from about a third of a bushel today, stewing it. I got about 3 quarts. So I guess maybe 10. Okay, 9 or 10 would be my guess. Because obviously you got to skin them and core them, and then I'm guessing you're going to seed them too. So, let's see. Mark Fardello, 9mm ammo here in Michigan, 1K bulk boxes are $219 to $239. That's about what we were talking about the price we were talking about today, this evening. Cushnet Prepper, thunderstorms happening now. Yeah, it came through here pretty hot and heavy. It was, my setup to put water in the pond, the water was rushing down the hill. It was going right over my fire hose. I more than maxed out my pipe while we were getting it. Kasumi 3327. How was Minneapolis St. Paul Airport? Much larger than the last time I was there, which was 20 some odd years ago. It was okay. It was expensive. I about wanted to knock a guy out where I was hungry, because I'd been running around airports for 8 hours already. I want to get a sandwich, and to get a turkey and bacon sandwich, not a sub. I'm talking a turkey and bacon sandwich on 2 pieces of white bread. Okay, they wanted $12. I told them where he could shove his sandwich. But yeah, the airport was okay. I couldn't get out of there fast enough, but yeah. As for $12 sandwich, I ain't paying $12 for a sandwich anywhere. The One Whom Jesus Loves. I just rewatched the alternate transportation video, and you said you were giving away Delta 2 with the solar panel and 2 Delta 2. No, I did not say I was giving away that. I said I was giving away 1 package. I said there's 2 specials. There was a Delta 2 with the solar panel and a 2 Delta 2 with the solar panel. And we were giving away the 2 Delta 2 package. That was it. Okay, so yes, that's what I said. There were 2 different specials. You can get 1 or you can get 2. And the one we were giving away, the package we were giving away, was the 2. That was it. Franken Prepper, Pinball, thanks for taking the time to do this for us. You're greatly appreciated. You're most welcome. Let's see. Christian Prepper, cucumber leaves are green one day and weathered, and I'm assuming that's brown the next. What's going on? Probably the same thing that's happening to me. It's just way too hot and way too dry, and that's it. Okay. If there's anything else going on, chemtrails or aluminum spraying, I don't know, but the heat is just devastating to cukes. Kitsy Witty, when am I going to post some video pics of my trip? Glad you and me and Mrs. P are back. I did on Wednesday when I got back. It was the very first video I put up when we got back. Basmati rice. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Obviously, I don't eat rice, whatever would be that, Indian rice or anything. Give me some white rice. I'm good. Colorado Gray Wolf Pinball. I just took the exact same cruise except no iceberg this time. Not joking. Yeah, we saw. I mean, there was a little bit of ice in the water when we were going toward Icy Strait Point, but that was it. But no icebergs or anything like that. So, uh, definitely P. Can you connect an EcoFlow 1300 with a Delta 2? No, you cannot. The Delta 2 is expandable. The 1300 is not. Suen, has Mrs. P heard from her nephew in Russia, and is he okay? Uh, I do not believe so. She hasn't mentioned it if she has. Let's see. DL Dussel thought there were 3 drawings tonight, one including a solar panel. The one included the solar panel was the one for the Delta 2 package with the solar panel. That was it. One for an e-bike, one for the Delta 2 package with the solar panel. That was it, too. Okay. Hence the reason why we had one winner for the golfer and one for the fast food restaurant. Notes from the man cave. Is Prigozhin in Africa yet? Goodbye. And you're out of here for good. Thank you. Malaysia Mom, what's your opinion on the likelihood of an EMP attack or cyber attack on our banks or infrastructure? That's crystal ball type stuff. There's no way I can answer a question like that. I have no idea. Could it happen? Yes. Is it going to happen next Tuesday at 4:32 in the afternoon? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. RLRL, timber is something that adds value to a property. Absolutely. God knows I know I've got some here. Depending on the kind of timber it is, too. Maybe if you're having part of it cleared, you can sell some of that timber. Maybe you want to keep it for yourself for security. Maybe you want to keep it for yourself for firewood. But, the guy that buys a piece of property that looks like a cemetery, okay. What's the first thing you do? I'm going to go plant trees. Okay. But, tell your kids and grandkids to enjoy how they look. Justin Mitchell, how do you bring up prepping without saying you're a prepper? I'm guessing is what you mean. We've talked about this in the past, and you've got to walk a fine line, especially when you're talking to somebody else. You kind of ask the questions. So what do you think about this whole electric thing? Or what do you think about this whole economic thing? Or what do you think about this whole, food shortage thing or whatever? And kind of feel somebody out. And, eventually they'll feel you out, you'll feel them out. It's not going to happen in an hour. It might happen over the course of many conversations. So, but, kind of bring it up as topics. What are their thoughts on guns, on security, on the state of the economy, on the 2024 election? There's a lot of ways that you can look at it depending on what are the most important issues to you. Seth McKinney, hi Pinball from Eastern North Carolina. I was wondering when you plant your fall onions, being I can't find anywhere when to plant, and I assume our times would only be about 2 to 3 weeks apart. I don't plant fall onions, but you can, and it's the same as with like garlic. You're probably planting somewhere, in your case, probably closer to Thanksgiving. Okay, would be my guess. It's 9:59. All right, one more question if I can find one. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find one. Here we go. Trying to find a question. Firefly Mountain, who built my cabin? I have no idea. We bought the house. The house is built in 2011, and we bought it in 2019. So I have no idea who the builder was or anything like that. I just know who the last owner was, and we bought it from them. So, all right, guys, it is 10 o'clock. Have a good Saturday evening. We'll see y'all in the morning. Pinball out.